Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. If you like puzzles, or if you'd like to see me struggle to solve one and have a laugh at my expense, then you're at the right address. So please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to be trying my hand at Center Lane by BremSter. If you'd like to give it a go, there will be a link in the description below. If you do, please let me know how you fared and what you thought of it. Right, let's read the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 to 9 in each row, column, and box without repetition. Diagonal. Digits may not repeat along either of the marked diagonals. So we have, of course, two major ones. And we can't repeat digits along the diagonal. Right, so we're continuing in the Sudokétudes, series number 9. Either this is going to be a fun video. I can't even get words out, so buckle on. In any case, right. So if you want to start at the beginning, make sure that you check the series and start from the first video. Okay, without further ado, sip of tea. Restart the time. And I'm going to do the same that I did until now in this series, and now I'm going to start working my way through the digits from 1 to 9 and see if we can fill in some anywhere in the grid or pencil mark at least. So we start with 1. You can see that in box number 5 those can't be 1 because we already have 1 in row number 4 and 1 in column number 5, so one of these have to be 1. Anything else doesn't look like 2. What about 2? What about 2? 2 doesn't look like it's useful either. 3? Ooh, oh no, we have 2 3s. Oh, no 3 either. Nice. 4? Haha, we're gonna have fun. 4. 5? What about 6? Right. So one of these is a 6. One of these is a 6. And, well, in box number 5, you can only have 6 in them. Right, but now since we do have 6 on the diagonals, both of them actually, we can eliminate this one because it's on the diagonal as well. So we get 6 in box 7 as well. Right, what else? Box number 8, one of these have to be a 6, right? Because we can't have 6 in any of these. Okay, 7. 7. One of these is a 7. Box number 8, one of these have to be a 7 since we already have 7s in rows 7 and 8. Well, this one can't be 7, of course, because it's already filled in. SudokuPad would let you pencil mark even if you've selected one that's already filled in. It will pencil mark the others. 8, 8, 8. Anything else that we can do in 8? Of course, in box number 8, these can't be 8 because of the 8s in rows 7 and 9 and column number 4. So one of these have to be an 8. That looks like that's it for 8. What about 9? There's only one 9, so okay. So I do have to look at other things, it seems. I do have to look at other things. Center lane. That's interesting. Center lane. So what am I still missing in box number 5? I'm missing, well, the one that's pencil marked. 2, right? Can't have 2 in any of these two cells because of this 2. So one of these have to be 2. And then 5. 5. Can I eliminate 5 from anywhere? No. 9. Can't eliminate 9 from any either. That's interesting. Okay, but since I have 2 in one of these, then I can't have 2 anymore in box 8, column 4, because we've already, one of these have to be 2, right? So any of them would eliminate 2 from here. Those can't be 2, so one of these is 2. Can do the same with 1. One of these ones is going to eliminate 1 from here. Those are eliminated by this one in column number 2, and these are eliminated by this one in row number 4. So one of these is 1. Right. Right. Still not getting very far though. I'm not sure it's worth restarting with 1, 2, 3 because we didn't fill in lots of digits, only 2 6s. Don't think they make a lot of difference, do they? Well, a little bit. Then, well, I'm gonna look just at this box because this is where we've added, right? We looked at box number 5, look at box number 7. Where is 1? Those can't be 1 because of these 2 ones. So one of these have to be 1. Right. What else? Anything else we can have a look at? It doesn't look like it. Maybe I have to start looking at the diagonals, but I don't see it really. Then I see, for instance, that where is 7 on... Right. Maybe there is something we need to actually mention. Because we cannot repeat any digits on the diagonals, and the long diagonals are 9 digits long, it means that they are a complete set of the digits of the digits 1 to 9, which means that every single digit from 1 to 9 has to appear on both of those diagonals. So when I say where is 7 on this diagonal, which is actually the convention is, and that's from math and calculus, that calculus? No. Well, in any case, this is the positive diagonal, this is the negative diagonal. Because if this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, then the y values are decreasing on this. Well, doesn't matter. Positive diagonal goes from bottom left to top right. Negative diagonal goes from top left to bottom right. In any case, on the positive diagonal, where is 7? Because we can't have 7 in box 7 anymore, nor can we have it in box number 5. So one of those 3 have to be 7, but it's 3. So I'm not sure if it's worth pencil marking yet. But that's what I'm looking at, these kind of... The same logic, whereas 4 on the positive diagonal, it can't be in box 3 or box 5, so one of these have to be 4. Right. One of these have to be 3 as well. One of these have to be 3. And one of these have to be 8. Oh, that's interesting, right? Well, I mean, as interesting as the others, but still, because we can't have 8 in box number 7 or in box number 5. So one of these have to be 8. This one isn't 8, so one of these 2 is an 8. One of these 2 is an 8. Unfortunately, 1 and 2 seem to be a bit... Well, Oh, we can't have 2 here. We can't have 2. What does that mean? We can't have 2. Not much, does right? Okay. Okay. Right. Let's do something a little bit more advanced. Where is 7 on the negative diagonal? Let's eliminate where it can't be, right? It can't be in row 8. It can't be in row 7. It can't be in box 5 at all. And it can't be in column 3 and in column 2, right? So one of these is 7. Now bear with me. I'm going to use colors for that because I don't want to pencil mark across the whole puzzle. It doesn't happen. So let's say one of those is 7, right? That means that neither of these can be 7, right? Because we do need a 7 on on the negative diagonal, as already discussed. So if this one is 7 or if this one is 7, both would eliminate 7 from these two cells. So from row 9 column 1 and row 1 column 9, right? Well, of course we couldn't have had 7 here anyway, but now we can't have 7 in this cell either. So on the positive diagonal, one of these two has to be a 7. That was maybe a little bit I'm not sure if it's too advanced for a starting package, but I think it's quite easy to follow. It's not really very complicated. The difficulty in these kind of things is usually seeing them, and to be very honest, I think most of the time in my case it's a matter of luck whether I see them or not. In any case, how do I proceed without actually just keep on scanning the whole puzzle for something? I can pencil mark the diagonals, but that's probably not going to be very interesting. I know that there is a 7 and an 8 here, but 9 could be in any of those. I know that there is a 4 and a 3. Is the 4 or the 3 interesting on the negative diagonal? Doesn't look like it, right? As in, for 4, well, okay, neither of these could be 4 or 3, but there are enough options, let's say. Right. Am I missing something simple, or do I have to go back to trying to figure out where everything is? Because up to now, I only have 6 on the diagonals. That's it. Which is quite surprising, I have to say. Okay, where is 2? Well, this could be 2. Or we have 2 here. Well, this can't be 2. Does that help? Don't think so. I don't think so. No, I don't think that it does help. Okay, what about 1? Well, again, this could be 1. Sorry, this could be 1, and either of these could be 1. So that's again not useful. That's again not useful. Hmm. 8. One of these is an 8, isn't it? Right. On the negative diagonal, we can't have 8 in any of these because we already have 8 in boxes 5 and 9. And this one can't be 8 in column number 2. So now we have, okay, we're getting even more advanced. We're getting even more advanced. Let's color this again. Now, those are the only 8s in boxes 1 and 3, right? But now, if this one is 8, then this one has to be 8, right? And if this one is 8, then that one has to be 8. Which means that in rows 1 and 3, these are the only positions of 8. And that means that these can't be 8 anymore. This one couldn't be 8 either. So we can pencil mark 8 here. Not sure if all of that is getting me anywhere. Well, I'm pencil marking. That's useful, let's say. Hopefully. Right. And then I'll take another sip of tea. Another sip of tea. Right. 9 is a little bit problematic. I only have 1. There was another one with only 1, wasn't there? Maybe not. Only have 1. Right, so maybe not, don't look at 9. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right. So I need 7 in one of these. That doesn't really help, does it? I need 7 one of these. We can always start going to pencil marking even more. I'm not sure if that is useful here. I am not sure that it's very useful. Maybe it is the only thing to do. I don't know. 3. No. Anything new with 2? Doesn't look like it. And nothing new with 1 either. So what am I missing? What am I missing? So I know that there is a 3 and a 4 here, right? I know that there is a 3 and a 4. And I've already gotten the 7 and the 8. And then I would still need 1, 2, 5, and 9. 1, 2, 5, and 9. Is there any place where there are multiple eliminated? Am I missing something between quotes easy? Don't think so. I don't think so. Well, I'm a little bit. I'm trying to figure out if there's any interesting rows or columns, because I was just very too concentrated on the boxes and diagonals, but I don't think so. Maybe column number 2. Still missing 2. Okay. Well, okay, this one is a little bit interesting. This cell, because it can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3, it can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this is 4 or 5. Notice again the different kind of pencil marking. You can go back to the first video in the series, as previously mentioned, if you want more explanation on how to pencil mark or why we pencil mark like that. But the Reader's Digest version is that this is the called corner pencil marking, and that's for all the possible positions for a certain digit within a box. You can use it in other than within a box, but it becomes confusing very quickly, and I don't think I've seen anybody does that. And this is center pencil marking, and it's used to pencil mark all the possible digits within a cell. Right, in any case, this is only 4 or 5. But that doesn't really help, does it? Unless I can find some. No. Was there anything else that needed to be here? 7? No, not really. Okay, let's continue with column number 2. I needed a 2 and a 3, so okay. It's 2, 3, 4, and 5, so not very interesting, is it? 2, 3, 4, or 5. Can I eliminate anything from anywhere? I can't have 3 here because of the already existing 3 in row number 5, but that's not all that interesting, is it? I'm not sure if this was supposed to be this complicated, or I'm making it complicated because I'm missing something obvious. That's very par for the course, hence the aforementioned laughter at the beginning of the video, but I don't see it. I don't see it. Hmm, 5 and 9. Yeah, sure. 5 and 9. Not very interesting. So that's from 5 or 9. Hmm. Right. No, this is not very interesting, right? There's a 7 here in one of those. That's not very interesting. I think I've said it before, right? In row number 5. Okay, what about column number 5? Missing a 2. We know that's there. 3, but that besides here, it could be anywhere. So what could this be? This is 8 or 9, isn't it? This cell, but it's still 8 or 9. Then it can't be 1, it can't be 2, it can't be 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So it's 8 or 9. So if I can pencil mark it in the center, so you can mix and match as well the pencil marks. But I'm going to avoid that for a second just to avoid confusion. complicating things. But that's 3, 8, and 9. No, that's 3 or 9 as well. 3 or 9. And it's all interesting, but not terribly. Not terribly. That's funny. That is funny. Right, let's continue. Column number 8. It's missing a 1. Okay, could be anywhere. Well, not in these two. All right, one of these is a 1. Does it matter? Does it matter? One of these is a 1. Well, the only thing that usually I could say that it means that this one isn't 1 and this one isn't 1, but we already knew that, right? So that's not very interesting. One of these is a 1. Okay, what else am I missing? I'm missing a 3. Could be in any of these, right? 4, 5, 6, and then a 7. And then a 7. An 8 and a 9 that could be anywhere. The 9 is the issue, isn't it? And a 9 that could be anywhere. I'm not sure if pencil marking this helps in any way. I am not sure at all. Does pencil marking the... Sure how it's going to help. I was going to say pencil marking the diagonals, but I'm really not sure how it will help. I'm not sure how it would help. This is 4 or 5. Okay, if it's 4, then one of these is a 5. If it's 5, then one of these is a 4. No, so bear with me. I don't know if that matters, but what could this be? Hold on. Well, there's the 1 there. And then it could be 2, it could be 3, and it could be 4. Well, that's a lot of options, right? So this one can't be 2, but in general, those 2, 3, and 4, well, and 5. So I can't eliminate anything, right? Well, this isn't 2 or 5, but it can still be 1. It can still be 1. Where are... Well, there are 3 1s on the negative diagonal and loads on the... Are there loads? Those could be, right? Oh, this isn't 1. Oh, hold on. Is that true? Is that correct? Let's just go through that again. Where is 1 on the positive diagonal? Well, those couldn't be 1, right? This one can, this one can. This obviously isn't 1. This one can't be 1, so it's one of those, right? Let's use a color. And then on the negative diagonal, this one obviously is not 1, neither are these. This one isn't 1 either, so it's one of these 3. Okay, but that is interesting because we said that one of these is um, is 1 as well in, well, it's still obvious in column number 8. So if this one is yellow, then this one has to be yellow, right? This one is yellow, then this one isn't. As in, if this one is 1, this one isn't 1, and this one has to be 1, right? But that means that we eliminated 1 from here, because if this one is 1, then this one becomes 1, and this one can't be 1 anymore. So this one isn't 1 at never. And if this one is 1, then this one is 1 as well. So actually this cannot be 1, neither can be this one. So these two cannot be 1. That's interesting. Does that make sense, or we do it again? So, and I'm not sure how to do it even more simpler, in a simpler way, if possible, because of the interaction. As in, right, this one and that one can't be 1 at the same time, right? So when this one is 1, that one is 1. And when this one is 1, that one is 1. But in both cases, they eliminate 1 from all of these 3. Right? So when these are 1, all of these are eliminated. You can see that, right? And when these are 1, all of these are eliminated. Well, we're leaving those. So these 3 are not 1. Okay, but that actually helps a lot, because then now we know that this one isn't 1. And if that one isn't 1, well, I'm going to leave the colors there, then this one is definitely 1. And now we can eliminate 1 from column number 1. This is the last remaining 1 in box number 4, so that works. That works. Right, and now we know that this one isn't 1 because that one there. And if this one isn't 1, then that one definitely is. And this one becomes a 1 because that can't be 1 anymore because it's on the same diagonal. Right, that was quite complicated, I think. But very interesting. Very nice. Very, very nice. Now, where is 1 in box number 2? Well, it's not in columns 5 or 6, and it's not in rows 2 or 3. So that's the last one, last possible place for 1. Now we have all the 1s. Okay, progress. Progress. We have progress. Right, but the 1 eliminated the 7 from box number 3. So that one has to be 7. And if that one is 7, then this becomes the last 8 in box number 3. And that helps. Now in box number 5, those can't be 7 anymore because of these 3 7s. And 8 is not possible in columns 8 and 9, nor is it possible in row number 5. So this one becomes an 8, an 8, an 8. Right, so what about box number 4? These aren't 8. And this one isn't either. So one of these has to be an 8. Right. Did we make any progress? Well, we filled in a few digits, a few numbers. This one isn't 7 anymore because column number 7 is already has a 7. So this isn't 7. This becomes the last 7, and now we have a 7 on the negative diagonal as well. Right. What should I look at next then? Box number 3, what are we still missing here? What are we missing? We're missing 6 and we're missing 5. This one can't be 5 either, right? So one of these have to be 5 as well. And now since we have 2 digits that can only be in those 2 cells, we know that these are the only digits that can be in these cells, because if this one is 5, this one is 6, and vice versa. Right, and we're still missing a 9. There's only one place that can have a 9 in box number 3, so that becomes a 9. Excellent. Now we know that we need a 9 on the positive diagonal, so one of these two will have to be 9 in box number 5. So this is 2, 9, or 5, and that is 2 or 5, right? Right. So what am I missing here? I'm missing 3 and 4 and something from 2, 5, 9, whatever I don't use there. Well, not 9, 2 or 5. Makes sense. That's everything that I'm missing still. Right. This one isn't 2 or 5, so it has to be from 3, 4. That doesn't really help me though yet, does it? I'm not sure. Right, where this one isn't 7, obviously. It's Sudoku is much easier if you can keep track of your pencil marks. Right, we have 2 7s in rows 2 and 3, so these are in 7. However, this one isn't 7 either because we already have a 7 in row number 3. Those were columns. And this one isn't 7 because we already have a 7 on the negative diagonal. So this one has to be 7. This one isn't 8 because we've already filled an 8 in row number 1. So this becomes an 8, which eliminates the 8 from this cell, and this becomes the remaining 8 in box number 4. Do we have all the 8s? We don't, not yet. Those can still need to be disambiguated. Right, another sip of tea. What am I still missing in column number 8? I'm missing a 3 and a 9. Okay, I can pencil mark those. Again, center pencil marks are fine anywhere because they are referring to what you can put within this cell. So it doesn't matter if you're looking at the column, the row, or the box, this still applies. This is only 3 or 9, and I haven't used 3 or 9 in any of those, so we're still fine, it seems. What am I missing in column number 7? I'm missing a 4. I am missing a 2 as well. 2 and 4, they both aren't interesting, but 5 is, because I can't have 5 in box number 9 anymore, so I must have 5 here. And like I said, we're still missing a 2 and a 4, so these become 2, 4. Right, 2, 4. Right, so now this is interesting. On the negative diagonal, if you look at this diagonal, we have 4, 5, 2, 4, and 2, 5. Those are the 3 digits 2, 4, 5 in 3 different cells, which means that we can't have 2, 4, 5 anywhere else anymore on those in this diagonal. Remember, we needed a whole set of the digits 1 to 9 because we can't repeat. 3 digits in 3 cells, well, that means you don't have any option anymore. You have to use the 3 digits, which means the last the last cell has to be from 3, 9 as well. The last cell on the diagonal. 3 or 9, but we already have a 9 in row number 1, so this becomes a 3, and this becomes a 9, which means that this one is a 3 as well. Right. So where is 9 in box number 8? It's not in rows 8 and 9. One of these have to be a 9. One of these have to be a 9. Okay. All right. What are the two missing digits still in box number 9? 1 and 3. Can't have 1 in row 8 anymore because of this one. So this is a 3 and this is a 1. Right. Right. Does that help me? Well, yeah, it does, because in box number 8, these aren't 3 anymore. Oops. These aren't 3, so one of these have to be 3. And in box number 2, these aren't 3, and these aren't 3 either. So one of these have to be 3. Right, and in box number 1, what am I still missing besides the 4, 5? I'm missing a 9, right? So I'm missing 4, 5, and 9. And okay, let's just pencil mark them first. We're missing 4, 5, and 9. If we look at the cell row 1, column 3, we already have 5 and 9 in column 1. So these can't be 5 and 9, and they have to be 4. And that disambiguates the whole box. Now 5 on the diagonal eliminates 5 from this cell. This becomes a 2. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 2. Right. What else? What else? Now we can pencil mark the remaining, I think, cells in the boxes, at least the boxes where there aren't a lot of missing digits yet still. This one is 2, 4, and 9, right? Trying quickly to see if that can be disambiguated. No, it's 2, 4, and 9. This one isn't 2 though, because we already have a 2. This isn't 4 for the same reason. And how do I continue still? Well, I can pencil mark those, right? What are these? If we just look at the box, they're 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Now these aren't 4, and they aren't 2 either. This one isn't 2 as well, because of we already have one in row number 9, so this becomes a 2. This isn't, these aren't 4, we already said that. So this becomes a 4. This becomes a 4. Now we can eliminate the 2. Well, we could have eliminated that 2 already, but now we know that we have to eliminate it. Now notice that we already have 5, 9 on this diagonal. So this can't be 5, right? Another way of looking at this is that we only have one place where we can have 3 on the positive diagonal, and it's in cell row 7, column 3. Right, so this one isn't 3 anymore, and this has to be 3. And if that one is 3, this one isn't. This becomes a 6. This becomes a 6. Right. This isn't resolved yet? No, it's not. But this one has to be in, if you look at row 3, this one has to be 5, 6, right? That's the 2 missing digits in row 3. However, in box 2, we can't have a 5, so that's a 6. That's 5, that's 6. And that's obviously the missing 7 in row number 1. This one isn't 7. What else? What else? What else? What am I still missing in box number 2? I'm missing a 4 and a 9, right? A 4 and a 9. So this would be 4, 9, and 8 to remove that. 8. But this one isn't 4 because we already have a 4 in that column. Right. Okay, I am missing still a 2 and a 9. Well, this one isn't a 2. That's another way of looking at it because we've already filled in a 2. So this one has to be a 2, and this one has to be a 9, which makes this one a 5. This one isn't a 9 anymore. This one is, which eliminates the 9 from this cell. It becomes a 4. The 4 is eliminated from this cell. It becomes an 8, and we only have one place for a 9 now in the box, so we fill it in. This becomes an 8 if we're looking at the column, and we're still missing in box number 8 a 4 and a 5. This one can't be 4 because we've already filled the 4 in column number 4, so that's 5, that's 4. And this one isn't 9 anymore, so it's a 2. Can eliminate the 2 from box number 6. And what am I still missing in row number 6? I'm missing a 5. And in column number 1, I'm missing a 2. I am missing a 2. Column number 3, a 9. Right, that's handy because it eliminates the 9 from this cell. This becomes a 9. And the last 2 digits are 3 and 4. This becomes a 4. This becomes a 3. Right, moment of truth. Yay. Very nice. Don't know if I followed the simplest path or whether I made too much out of it and it was obvious, but this one took a bit longer than the others. I think it was very interesting. There were a couple of nice new tricks to learn if you're watching this to learn about variant Sudoku and in Sudoku in general, and there were a few that were just very interesting to deduce, even if you've been doing Sudoku for a long time. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. Maybe share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.